Houseguest, welcome to today's Big Brother 20 updates and spoilers. I'm Maddie Dockery, no hyphen. I had to, I'm sorry. And our house guests of the day, we have a lot. Our house guests of the day are Peggy Reed, Ron Harper, Anona Osentowski, David Klein, Joy, Mary Hurley, Mary Patricia Dorsey, and Michael and Teresa Creamer. Guys, if I said anybody's names wrong, I am so sorry, but we want to thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it, and we think you're awesome. And I wish everybody could have their own house guest of the day this season, but there were a lot of you, which is awesome. But these last minute ones, I had to stack them up quite a bit. And then I didn't okay, so like the way Patreon works, there's like different filters and stuff, so I usually pull from the active patrons list. So if you guys pledged a while ago and you're just house guest of the day now, it's probably because I had to go through the other filters. If you were a patron this season but you're not currently a patron, you know what I mean? But in any case, we thank you so much for the support, and that's why that happened. Okay, so let's get everyone up to speed. Sam was evicted by a vote of 2-0. JC won the HOH, which was really exciting and really unexpected. He went ahead and nominated Tyler and Angela for eviction, but it doesn't really matter when it comes down to the final four because it's all about who wins that power of veto. And guess who it was? Casey won the power of veto. That's her 5th veto win, and she will be the sole vote to evict tonight. I think it's pretty safe to say that Angela will be leaving because Casey's got a final 2 deal with Tyler, and she has probably been one of the most loyal people we have ever seen on this show. In other news, they got the tiny table. Woo! Okay, the 4-person tiny table. So the feeds came back last night at 9 p.m. and JC and Casey were chatting in the HOH room. Casey is acting like she doesn't know what she's gonna do, but she totally does. So JC is gently pushing for Tyler to stay. He's like, I think we can beat Tyler in those final competitions, then you and I can go to the final 2. And JC says he knows where Tyler's head is at. Can't say the same for Angela. Now, this is a load of BS because I'm pretty sure JC wants to go to the end with Tyler, not Casey, but he's telling Casey that he wants to go with her, so it could be like an LGBT final 2, blah blah blah. Okay, so the reason he wants Angela out so badly, I believe, is because he thinks that Angela and Casey have a final 2, and if he's at the end with them, they're gonna pick each other. But he feels like if he's with Tyler, Tyler's gonna pick him, which he's not. But he, you know, he has this final 2 deal with Tyler along with everyone else who has a deal with him. It's just so ironic though, because he thinks that Casey and Angela have the final 2 deal, but it's actually Tyler and Casey. So he's just setting himself up here to have to win that final HOH to make it to the end. So Casey's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it more. I'll let you know when I figure it out. She knows what she's gonna do. Alright, meanwhile, Tyler and Angela were in the blue bedroom. They're going over jury votes, playfully arguing about who's the most hated amongst the jury. Angela says there's no way that she would win if she makes it to the final 2, which is probably true. Again, JC is making a huge mistake here because his best chance of winning would probably be against Angela. I mean, it's not up to him, but I mean, as far as pushing Casey and telling her what to do, but she's got her mind made up. So, she's telling Tyler, you have a better chance of winning, so you should be the one to stay. And Tyler's like, that's so not true. Don't sell yourself short. And Angela's saying the jury's going to be super bitter because they are immature children. Oh, so Tyler knows that Casey is going to keep him. He knows. But Angela still doesn't know about Tyler and Casey's final 2 deal. So he's just like, I don't know who it's going to be. Ah. Okay, so Tyler says whichever one of them wins, or sorry, whichever one of them stays is probably going to win the whole thing because the other person is going to want to take them to the end because the jury doesn't like them. And he feels like they'll win because they've done the most stuff. See, that's where Tyler's thinking is really messed up because he thinks that the jury is going to respect all the moves regardless of, you know, how they treated the jurors and like goodbye messages and everything. Didn't you watch last season? Tyler is a super fan. How does he not see this? So anyway, they agree that whatever Casey does, there will be no hard feelings because they're all bonded for life. Level 6 forever. Okay, so Angela also says that she will do damage control for Tyler in the jury house. She'll take the blame for everything, make Tyler look like an angel. I feel like Tyler doesn't want her to do that because if she takes the blame for everything, what is he going to argue that he did in the final 2? If like his main one of his main allies is saying like, no, I did all this stuff, it's going to take away some of his credibility. So he's telling her like, no, don't do that. You don't have to do that. Okay. So then Tyler's like, I've got a secret to share with you. He reveals to Angela that he is a Big Brother superfan. And Angela's all like, you lied to me. What else have you been lying about? Tell me all your secrets. She's not actually mad, but she was a little bit shocked to hear that. Other secrets? Final 2 with Casey. Power up. But he doesn't share those yet. So then they're talking about their relationship and how they both won already, and they're not sure if they should tell everyone about their relationship before one of them leaves. Angela's like, I don't want JC to get mad at you, and Tyler's like, I don't want Casey to think that you would have picked me if it was your decision. Translation, Tyler doesn't want Casey to think that Tyler would have picked Angela if it was up to him, because he doesn't want any waves here that could, you know, threaten him making it to the final 2. So there was some talk of Tyler potentially mentioning it in his eviction speech. I don't know if they're going to do that or not, but we'll see. So then Angela's like, okay, you said you have another secret. So she's trying to get it out of him, and he says, no, I will tell you tomorrow, either in my goodbye message or right before one of us leaves, like I'll whisper it to you. I'm assuming he's talking about the Power app, but he could also be referring to his final 2 with Casey. I don't know. So then Angela and Tyler are like, we should go hang out with our friends. So they go to the HOH room where Casey is listening to music. JC was in the diary room at the time. So it's the 3 remaining members of level 6. And Angela says the reality is really setting in here. They're about to be split up. But she doesn't want to talk about it. She says when it happens, it happens. That's crazy. I would want to know if I was leaving. You know, even if it's like a no hard feelings situation, I would want to know. But Angela does not seem to want to talk about it. I honestly don't know if she thinks that she's staying. I feel like she kind of realizes she's going. I don't know. It's weird. So they say that they love each other so much. They're solid for life. They had a good run. And they talk about how the 3 of them won 19 competitions combined. That is really, really impressive. So good for them. So then Angela asks, when do we tell JC about level 6? Because before, they were planning on telling him after this final Power Veto competition, because they were assuming they would all be going to the final 3 together, and they could just break the news to JC. But that's not how it worked out. So that whole thing is busted up. They're not going to do their big reveal. And now they're thinking they might even wait until the finale to tell him about it because they don't want to mess things up for whoever sticks around. Okay. They took that big reveal away. So at least we didn't miss it, right, when the feeds were down? Okay. So then after JC got out of the diary room, he tells Casey, wow, I'm 50-50 now about who should go. I have no preference. He says it's not even his decision, and he is so stressed out about it. So Casey is still not saying what she's gonna do. Okay. So then later, Tyler and JC were chatting in the HOH room, and it is very obvious that JC still does not know that Tyler and Casey have had a final 2 this whole time. JC is saying, I can't pitch too hard to Casey because it's gonna make her suspicious. I don't want her figuring out that we have a final 2 deal. So that's why he was saying before that he was 50-50 on who should stay and who should go, because he didn't want Casey to think he was leaning one way or the other. But he plans to go to her right before the Power Veto ceremony and tell her to keep Tyler. And Tyler's like, yeah, I'll do the same. He knows he's staying. So then JC is like, we both need to act like we're going to take Casey to the final 2 so that she feels comfortable. However, Casey cannot go to the final 2. JC says she will definitely win. And I have to agree. I think this is Casey's to lose right now. I guess unless JC wins the final HOH, because I think he would pick Tyler, but you never know. He could pick Casey. We'll see. So JC says he just wants to go ahead and tell Tyler, I told you so, so bad. All Tyler had to do this whole game was listen to him, and they would have been fine. He is still upset that Tyler didn't split up the girls during the double eviction. He said, you're up against Angela on the block right now. And who's deciding who's going to stay? Angela's best friend. Again, he doesn't realize that Casey is loyal to Tyler over Angela. So Tyler says, it's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. We'll see what happens. Oh boy. JC's going to be shocked, man. He's going to be shocked. So JC thinks that they should have kept Sam around and gotten rid of Angela instead. And Tyler's like, no, Sam did not deserve to make it to the end. That wouldn't have been right. And JC is then like, what has Angela done? What? What has Angela done? She sent like half the jury to the Little House. That's what she's done. So JC says that Angela is mostly there because of him. He kept her safe for most of the game. He protected her so much. Oh my god! Is JC actually Raven from last season in disguise, thinking that he's the mastermind? Like, he did pull off some huge moves, getting the Hive to do stuff, but like, woo, he didn't do that much. Come on now. So, I'm just, on a related topic here, I am so upset that we did not get a full JC HOH week reign, because that HOH-itis would have been off the charts, and it would have been so entertaining. But anyway, JC asked Tyler, if you were the power veto winner, would you have evicted Angela like you said you would? And Tyler says, yes. Now, here's the thing. If it was Angela versus Casey, yeah, I think Tyler would have evicted Angela. He would have had to bite the bullet and do that. If it was JC versus Angela, I'm pretty sure he would have kept Angela. But anyway, later, Casey and Tyler, I can read. Casey and Tyler touched base, and she was like, welcome to the final three. Because duh, she's obviously keeping him. So she says that she's still being wishy-washy with JC because they don't want him to know yet that they have a final two deal. They want to keep that under wraps. And they're like, okay, if we both act like we're taking JC to the final two, maybe he won't try as hard in the final HOH competitions. JC has no idea that they've been working together this whole time, and they're like, damn, he's gonna be so pissed when he finds out, but they just can't wait to tell him. Ugh, that's gonna be a lot. So, on the other hand, they think that Angela and the rest of Level 6 will understand and be supportive because they made their final two on day 2 before Level 6 even formed. And I feel like, yeah, Angela's probably going to be hurt, but I think it would sting more if Tyler was the one casting the vote tonight and not Casey. So I think that takes away some of the burn there. But I think in the long run, she's going to be okay. So today, Angela tells Casey again, whatever you decide, we're going to be fine outside of here. So do what you got to do. She says, Tyler and I support whatever decision you make. JC and Casey chatted. Again, JC is saying that she should keep Tyler because he thinks that they can beat him in the final HOH competitions, and then they can go to the final 2 together. I don't think he's planning on going with Casey, but okay. Yeah, tonight, Angela should be leaving unless Casey pulls the craziest move ever, which would actually be really smart because I think it would be a lot easier for her to beat Angela or JC, but I don't see her doing that. I feel like she's going to keep Tyler. So, yeah, I just think that Casey and Tyler should have told Angela about their final 2. Don't you guys think that? That's going to be rough to find that out in, like, goodbye messages on live TV in front of America. That's rough. I feel like they would want to tell her ahead of time, but that's just me. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until tomorrow, much love.